Niliponea nipasha ya ukambo. Lakini kile naogopa hata zaidi. Nimeroho, ikinipoint, yule.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. Here is Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother, all the way in Switzerland. And I'm reaching out to all of my brothers and sisters on the African continent. You're tuning into Black Hot Fire Radio, and you're listening to the Pan-African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Jody. Andrew Robinson.
Kama unachuki nami heri ni poison na Latin rat kuliko uninunulie Versace fans elimu free na nipia mtoto wa mimi na private school fee kuwa mtu mzuri ni hatia ni walinishuku nikioko mrembo lipwa njia tafadhali samahani shukran ni tamu zimepotea kati ya tuko skin ya Sudan kisu ni cutlery kwa mkono ya romba ni siline and Chris casualties ukipenda utamu ya switi kwa tayari kukumilia aliponea mawazo ya ukambo lakini kile naogopa hata zaidi nimeroho ikinipoint maboy ni wahambo wakiwa na warembo twaza na teremka down to earth wanapenda from the belt down see from the belt up flower coffee movie see wakipenda kikuhaga manishi na kulove after episodes za Kaira Banks wanadhani urembo ni kuvaa Kaira Banks wanafunika less so na address hizi issue mkuu street kasa ya peace DVD ni maplayer wanahitaji CDs self wanaume ni river upate bank lazima uget wet hiyo ndio advice tunawapea
Good afternoon, family. Grand Rising. 35 minutes past the top of the hour. Welcome to the Pan-African Bliss Show. My name is Joby. To the first time listeners, YouTube, Rumble, Beaches. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Hope your Tuesday is actually amazing. I know we've missed a couple of shows, man. Shout out to the KPLC in the 254.
Police station, high side,
but grateful to be here today.
wakaribia heaven, nilipend needs, nika touch heaven. Mtulivu husema sorry, zitabaki kati tu. Mtu waji simpikie kidheri, itakuwa ngumu kuchiu. Mwili yake ilipata shimo kaa flute. Yesu, kupata haikuwa flute. Hata vile kisa Eden, kupata visa heaven. Mathematician, alitoa one up, ndiapate
You're tuning into Black Hot Fire Radio, and you're listening to
Yes, good afternoon, Grand Rising to everyone live with us on the radio, everyone with us on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute. Karibuni sana. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday so far. And of course, welcome to another episode of the Pan-African Bliss Show. We get to discuss matters affecting Africa and its people. And of course, today we shall be having a very interesting conversation regarding what has actually been taking the place during the weekend. Yesterday, I was not here for us to be able to cover up, of course, majority of the things that took place during the weekend. We shall be discussing, of course, about the war in DRC Congo, in Sudan. We shall talk about what actually Sudan has actually to say when it comes to DRC Congo sovereignty. Talk about sovereignty. We shall talk about Kenya, of course, Ruto coming to defend himself. This comes after a couple of course, escalation and him sending, of course, police officers on the streets to tear gas and kill people because of demanding accountability, of him donating 20 million that is on a church. And of course, the same church, I did give and share documentary coming from Lynn Gugi, who actually, of course, was telling us how our economy is super bad. And of course, how literally we've seen how is it that you're able to donate 20 million in a church in the same places where people are going to be recruited to go to actually Arabic countries where there's a lot of racism, a lot of beatings, a lot of killings, and yet nobody, has faced justice for all this. We shall also discuss what is happening in Nigeria as we talk about accountability. We know that actually Ruto and Tinubu were labeled last year and of course the beginning of this year as the flying presidents and the most corrupt leaders when it comes to the global leadership. But of course, Tinubu has some audacity, just like Museveni, to talk smack to the people, and I'll be sharing much more of those details. We shall discuss about also how Africans are being turned against each other, and that is Uganda deploying troops to South Sudan. And of course, we've seen Kenya also making a deal when it comes to the war that has been happening in Sudan, which is of course causing enmity between African people and the country. So basically, that is what we shall be talking about. And as I share another video of where we have the US Senator shamelessly admitting how America has created global terrorism and how they've been funding this. We've seen this, of course, through the USAID, which we've seen, of course, has been cut short. But that is our top discussion for the day. Karibuni sana. Started with that amazing jam. That is a Giuliani featuring Jaya. The name of the jam is Bahasha ya Ocampo, and literally talks about corruption. Our leaders have failed to create, of course, opportunities to the youths or hospitals. When you talk about schools, we pay the most expensive school fees. It's only in Africa. Make it make sense. It's only in Africa where we pay school fees, and yet we get the shittiest education. We get the shittiest services of education, and it's just super crazy. And I remember us last week even talking about if you need to advance your skills of maybe working in European countries or maybe outside countries, you need to actually go there and level your education, because they don't consider Africa education as shit. And pardon to say that. But karibuni sana once again. That is what I have aligned for you today. And of course, I'll be starting with another video here of a white lady who's actually explaining something to us. And this comes aligned with the discussion we've been having of the past 7 episodes of where white people actually come from. So we have this white lady who's admittingly telling us the truth about their creation, about how we Black people were the ones who taught them how to clean, bathe, cook, eat, everything, literally. And where we see also historically, they never want to admit this. But before we get started, we have Mr. Blackwood in the building. Karibu sana, sana Keith. How you doing today?
Sana, Joby. How you doing today?
I'm fine, feeling gorgeous, feeling blessed, feeling healthy. That's what's up. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. Are you feeling healthy? Have you been eating healthy?
I'm feeling okay. I know I feel like gorgeous, but I'm feeling okay.
Yeah, I'm a Sagittarius. Sagittarius were extra people, so I gotta put the extra spices on it. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling. But anyway, yes, Karibuni sir. I just want to start with this video right here. But before we get started, I'd love to remind everyone who's there for the first time, subscribe, follow us on whatever stream you're streaming live with us from. In case you are on BitChute, Rumble, kindly ensure you follow those platforms. In case you are on YouTube, subscribe, and also share these amazing episodes, because this is just not the first one. We have different shows back to back, so you can check out the amazing conversations we have. We keep it educative as much as we can, literally all about passing positive impact to you. So share it with your family and friends, and also ensure you check out our amazing supplements, which you can find by downloading our app on the Google Play Store. Blackout Fire Network is the name on the Google Play Store. If you are an Android user, if you are an iPhone, Apple user, we have an active website link, www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. But before we get started, I love sharing this amazing supplement right here, Brain and Focus Formula, as we pour our brains right here, as we get to actually diving into
Unlock your full potential with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3, and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just 1 capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind, achieve more. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Stay sharp, stay focused. Yeah, that is basically what we are promoting right here. All organic, not just the Brain and Focus. We have some amazing beetroot, we have vitamins, amino acids, beauty, hair, nail, skin essential, all coming at a very affordable price. So ensure you guys check them out. And in case you have any question, don't just check them out. In case you have any question before or after the purchase, we have an active chat down below the BHFN Sports page, and we also have an active email, ksenewsam15@gmail.com. You'll be answered in case you need any directions on how maybe you need to purchase or consume the product. So of course, ensure you check that out. Karibuni sana once again. So I'm gonna start with this video right here of this white lady. I wanted to share this because for the last 3 weeks, we were studying about the existence of the white people, literally, and where they come from. Why is it? Why most of them? Because again, I love putting into brackets. Not everyone is the same, but just because someone is wearing a different coat doesn't make them, just because today a sheep wore the coat of a goat doesn't make them less of a sheep. That is one thing I love saying, okay? Or just because today you wore a different costume doesn't make you less of a clown. You're still a clown, all right? So white people, majority of course, are known for their racism. And personally, I've been one of the people questioning about their behavior. Why is it that they behave this way? What's up with all the hate? What's up with all this? But coming to understand it and everything we've learned for the last 3 weeks, of course, so much evidence is indicating and receive why they behave how they behave, full of racism, full of hate when it comes to Black people. And naturally, we are the superior people. They are the inferior. But I love the way this white lady explained it, the same way I understood it. They came and sold us their superiority to us, and sold inferiority to us, and we accepted this. And if you look at Africa today, and the video I was sharing also the other day, when you talk about poverty, we're so scared to even question about the rich people because the kingdom is in heaven and all that, Why can't you talk about the riches right here on earth? Why? I'm supposed to live a good life, okay? If all the gold, the silver is right here, why can't I live a good life? Why should the politicians have it all? And this goes back all the way to leadership. So let me share this as we continue.
When white people came to Africa, they came.
I don't know why she's giving me, I don't know if it's me who, I'm picking a Nigerian accent here, but anyway.
Showing themselves as superior to the Black people. Digging out things that Black people taught them. What we don't have in our history books is that the civilization we have in Europe today was brought to us by Black people. Even Black people don't know that. Even many, many Black people don't know that.
Because it's not taught in history. The fact that actually we're Black people, we miss the fact the history of white people is because the white history is not even documented, and I feel like that's one thing when I speak about when I look at actually the awakening of most of the African people. I always love saying, if you look at most of the global history spoken about is us Black people, how we were saved, how we needed civilization, how we needed this, But what about the white people, apart from just the war they have created, from World War I, World War II, to now the World War III they're about to start? If you look at their history, majority is just war. What about their creation? Their civilization? It's never spoken about. So, of course, it's not there because we're not supposed to know about who they really, really are.
They don't know that the Moors, they were West Africans and North Africans and Central Africans that came to Europe and ruled Spain. They brought civilization to us. They showed us how to use soap, how to be clean, how to behave like a decent human being, All these things, we didn't know that before the Moors brought civilization to Spain. Did you know that the Moors ruled in Spain for 700 years? Where is that in our history books? It's nowhere to be found. Because why? If you are giving Black people that power of having once ruled over white people, wouldn't Black people start kind of questioning, we were once at that point of having such a power in a white man's country over white people, and where are we now? So of course they have to hide that history from you people, because Knowing your true history is knowing your true power. And knowing your true power means you will break out from that system of racism.
Exactly. And that is basically what we've been denied, understanding our true power.
Joby, do me a favor.
Where we
Do me a favor,
were.
Joby. To add with that, Joby, I want you to go to your phone. I sent you a video. It says, ear time. How about this? Go to your phone. It's going to say ear test from my other phone. Ear time, how about this?
I saw it.
Yeah,
Okay.
show that. Yeah, show that one with this one. So you can make it make sense for the BitChute viewers.
For the BitChute viewers, to be specific. But yeah, all this history, of course, is denied to us because they know it's gonna bring back the black power that we have. We are the beginning of everything, and they're so scared of that. They don't want us to understand none of this history. So let me share this very quickly. All right.
They want to make the Moors white. That's how the Moors were like white Arabs. Moor means black, morons. Police is black. That's what it means. Go ahead, Joe.
Did you know there was once a black empire so powerful it shaped modern civilization? But here's the truth they erased. Keep watching till the end. By the 8th century, the Moors ruled Spain for 700 years.
Yep.
They built libraries, universities, and advanced medicine before Europe did. They introduced algebra, astronomy, and surgical tools still used today. Their cities had streetlights and running water while Europe lived in filth. They even taught European royalty how to bathe properly. Before that, some thought bathing was dangerous. But Europe couldn't accept that black rulers built their future, so they erased the Moors and stole their achievements. The Reconquista wasn't just war, it was the erasure of history. Without the Moors, there's no Renaissance, no universities, no science. Black brilliance built the world. They just don't want you to know. If you're still watching, comment more.
Yeah, of course, they don't want you to know. And this, I love to go back to the Zimbabwe innovator of just the guy who we saw him trending a few months ago after he came up with of course, the car he innovated, which didn't require any fuel, no electricity. And we've seen, of course, coming up also with a TV that didn't require also no electricity, nothing. He's come up with different innovations. But we saw the president among the people who should actually be our biggest supporters, as we assume or expect. Let me say that and put that in quote, as we assume and expect to be our biggest supporters. He went ahead and said that this is actually a Chinese stolen technique that he has come up with to come up with this innovation. So number one, they don't want you as black people to understand that you've been the innovators of everything.
Which is a lie. The Chinese part, which is a lie. It's it, which is a lie. That's why they tried to murder him when he got here. America tried to kill him twice. Also, not even just that. You know it's his because also he's made a way to power homes without using any kind of electrical system. He's taking energy right out of the ether, which the white man got rid of in your periodical table back in the 1920s because they're savages. They want to control and own everything. So we know the technology is his because he's also made it able to power homes for nothing, for no money. Just pull it straight out of the ether because there's energy inside the ether. And the white man doesn't teach you in his fake science anymore that there's something called the ether. All energy is. That's why you also pull water, like the other black guy, out of the ether. Water, energy is wet. You can't see it, but it's there, Joe.
Yeah. Vapor. I mean, why do we wake up in the morning and we see the grass is full of water, you know?
That's right.
Vapor and all that. But it's so crazy, man. But I think, again, they won't be able to hide history because it's now coming to light, to be honest.
The time is coming to an end, Joe. Yeah, so things are cyclical. Things work in cycles. They thought they were going to be on top forever. They were on top for a few hundred years. They thought it was going to be forever. They've been told themselves nonsense. They've lied about history, made a fake history, taking black. The majority of history has always been black people because we are the original people here. We are the original. The idea that history without us exists is absolutely insane, Joe. We are the original people. So all history would start with us. But they have a psychopathic nature. It's psychopathy. that they call themselves. They'll tell you in their books, oh, white people had like they said in the bill, they had a renaissance. They just became smart. How you go from stupid just to smart? They never tell you, oh, it's the Africans that brought the universities and the education into Europe that made you smart. They never teach you. They won't tell you that, Joby. It's just that they magically all of a sudden became smart during their renaissance. It's
It's
always
crazy.
a lie. Yeah,
It's always a
that's what I grew up. That's what they grew up telling me in America.
again.
It's a renaissance. But that they not saying the renaissance is because the African bringing the knowledge to them.
It's
Good.
it's it's clear. I think I won't argue with no white man telling me bullshit. Okay,
Nah,
this
you don't
like
argue with them no more.
they come on for me on my comments and they always speak shit. I'm gonna go with the Neanderthal. I'm gonna go with the
Yeah,
recessive gene. I'm gonna go with the blue eye because I know facts about you. And then also like they feel to understand this. I think the white people again is because we are the superior. That's the end of the talk. We are the superior people. You are inferior, so you feel intimidated, pardon me,
exactly.
to the point where you really want to be me so bad. We go back to history. You was feeding on my flesh, trying to be me. Okay? You was feeding on my flesh, trying to be me. You know, you create even recipes, try to do a bunch of things, and still you practice it till to date. You steal black children, you feed on their blood, feed on their organs. I mean, and a bunch of things that we can't talk about right here on YouTube.
Exactly.
So personally, I feel like right now for me, this if you can tell me shit, white people, I am the superior people. I'm the superior one. You are the inferior. Okay, you are intimidated by my ability, which you didn't have, but because of your ability of stealing through killing, you know, you've
The
been able to
savagery.
exactly. You've been able to dominate. But as we get into the main conversation of also things happening in other parts of Africa, I want to start with what is happening in Kenya. So during the weekend we had demonstration that was on Sunday, and I remember me reporting this that was I think on Thursday or Wednesday, where we had Kenyans warning Ruto and the church that actually he donated 20 million that they are going to occupy the church, and they were not joking. On Sunday, they turned up in plenty. Most of them were arrested. I just saw a certain article today. Some of them even attempted to actually, occupy State House. That was still during this weekend. And some of them were arrested. There's abductions going on currently as we speak. Videos going viral, of course, of some of the people maybe who attempted to go to the State House. I don't know, but still abductions are happening. But Ruto has come forward to defend himself. Remember, after donating 20 million, he pledged 100 million. And of course, Kenyans raised question because the following day or the following week, we saw the same Kenyans, they were invited to go to the same church to be recruited to go to the Arabic countries for jobs. I shared a couple of videos where we saw and witnessed that actually these jobs, most of these women, they even forced to the point of drinking their own sanitary towels' blood, which is so disgusting and the most inhumane thing I've seen. We've seen also them breastfeeding dogs, being shitted on their face, and to the extent of even much more coming back dead. Because you're not supposed to be there. You are a slave. You're not supposed to ask for money because you didn't go there to work. You went there as a slave. The only beneficiary or the benefactor, if I'm using the right terms, the only beneficiary of this whole cartel job and scheme going on is the so-called agents, who are your politicians. Your politicians, because it's the same politicians using the same funds, It's just so crazy. But Ruto has come forward to defend himself, and this is what he had to say. So they're saying that the Kenyan police used tear gas to disperse protesters attempting to occupy Jesus Winners Ministry, that's the name of the church in Nairobi, that recently received that is 20 million Kenyan shillings from President William Ruto. And the donation sparked criticisms from young Kenyans grappling with the high cost of living, and they urged that public funds should address pressing economic issues rather than church contributions. The protests saw clashes, road blockages, and arrests, which occurred aimed at heightening security at the church service proceeded. And in 2024, the Kenyan Catholic Church and Anglican leaders rejected, who's talking about me? God damn it. Rejected Ruto's donations, arguing that there was a need to protect the church from being used for political purposes. And Ruto defended his actions and offered a similar gift to another church in Eldoret. Kenyans have been angered by series of tax increase, accusing the government of waste and corruption, leading to national-wide protests and withdrawal of the finance bill that was last year. So, of course, you can see, number one, it's not just the first protest that we've seen spark this weekend. There's been ongoing protests. And personally, I think, to my attention, what I'm kind of thinking is because of this ongoing protest is why we've been having actually lights disappearing, because since these protests have been happening, it's been different. Not just Nairobi, we are from different counties. People are demanding accountability from Ruto, and none is being given. People are questioning all the taxes the money is collecting. We can't see any development. Lynn Ngugi showed us literally there's nothing we're benefiting from, even from our own agriculture, that is tea and coffee, and which is not even going anywhere, because majority of it comes from the local farmers who also, they're being killed. Their businesses are not thriving. Majority of the shares or our tea and coffee is controlled by the British family. So where are we headed as our economy, literally? And this is not just Kenya, it's Africa. It should be concerning, it should be alarming, and of course, youth are getting tired. People are demanding change, and young youths are starting to understand we've been having benefits, something called minerals. We've been having benefits of something called a voice. We should speak. We've been having benefits of something called democracy. We should apply. But it doesn't apply according to us. So it is just super, super crazy. But I don't know if you have any thoughts about that, anything you want to add on that, Keith. But that is basically what has been happening in Kenya during this weekend. And of course, as we move forward, and the same, of course, kind of answer you'd expect from a failing leader, that is Tinubu as well. Tinubu, being a failing leader, has also told Nigerians to look them on the face and tell them what's wrong with the country. Let us look at the percentage of unemployment in Nigeria. Then I think I can tell Tinubu was wrong. Nigeria's current unemployment rate.
But they destroyed Nigeria. The CIA came in and put Boko Haram and then the puppets up in there. They destroyed it because they knew that Nigeria was already projected to have $1 trillion economy. That doesn't help white people, so that starts pulling Africans out of poverty and starts claiming all of the resources back. Africa is the richest continent on the planet, period. And that's Black Africa. So without Africa, Europe has always been impoverished. That's what white people like to hear. That's the fact. So Africa regaining back its sovereignty and its goddamn power of its own countries, it puts white people back where they've always been, impoverished. So that's why you got the Sahel states just announced they're going to start their own currency. That's right. Why would I be using white people currency in Africa? Get rid of that shit. Same when they killed Gaddafi, or trying to produce an African currency, because Africa doesn't need nobody. Africa's the only place where everything is at. Africa don't need help from no fucking body.
It's so disrespectful. This reminds me of the Orania. It's so disrespectful.
Exactly. Why these white people don't want to leave? These white people don't want to leave South Africa.
And then their own currency. It just shows our disability is just very sane, to the point where we have a white person coming, creating a whole town in my own country. And oh my God. Yeah. And black people are not allowed to be there. There's a sundown restriction. And then they can come up with their own currency. They claim they get massacred in South Africa. They got an old time. Take your ass back to Europe. They always tell you to go back to Africa. Take your ass back to Europe. Period. That's what you do. Exactly. You want to tell me to go back to Africa? Take your white ass back to damn Europe. That's what you do. Black people brought you in. They treat you fairly, and you always with your racism with your ass. Every time, wherever you people go, it's your wicked ass racism. If you can't live with anybody, take your ass back to Europe. And it should apply to all of them, because it's sad to see out there some of the
Everywhere they go, everywhere they go, they steal, rob, and kill. Go ahead,
exactly.
Joe.
Some of the African men are being treated by the Chinese men. I mean, you're here stealing my resources. You're supposed to pay me. Now, and you're stealing my
Chinese too.
resources, but you have the audacity to actually call me shitty names. You're the shitty one here. Because why are you? It's always the question we should go back to understanding and question this. Why are you in a poor continent full of
Exactly.
poor?
They poor people, the poor. Why? Exactly.
Why are you here? You call us poor. You call us backward. Why are you here?
Because Africa's rich, Joey. Because Africa's rich. That's why they're there.
You go back to you go eat noodles and fish and some rice somewhere. That. Leave us alone. We like ugali, and fish, not noodles and rice. Come on. Anyway, so we have Tinubu here talking shit, of course, to Nigerians, and this is what the youth should be. I love the way Kenyans have been gathering the anger of always Ruto talking shit on the internet. You think we're gonna keep on watching you talk shit every time? Youths are gathering all the information. People have been paying attention to your words. You can't tell us you don't want to see other politicians donate money, yet you come donate the same amount of money, and the same churches where people are getting recruited to go to mistreating jobs. Are you dumb? You sound like one. Tinubu, Museveni, all this. Museveni should just go. Museveni needs to go. Ugandans needs to chat. Museveni needs to go. I mean, for us, we've tried. In less than a year, we tried to say Ruto must go. You guys, it's been 40 years. Ugandans, it's been 40 years of just not saying Museveni must go, to the point where the Sam can talk shit now to other countries. It's just insane.
Africans, they got to get over their fear, Joe.
Yeah.
Fear.
I'm over mine. I bet my fellow Kenyans.
They want him gone, but they're scared. So understand that.
They need to gather the strength and confidence. You gotta be ready to die. We've never seen Ugandans actually die in demonstrations. Sorry to say.
No, they don't have any demonstrations because they're scared. And also understand the educational system is there. So most Ugandans are stupid, Joby, because that's how you keep it. That's how you keep a country.
What one is laughing at me because this is a country. She needs to educate her people.
Well, but it's not her country because she wasn't born or raised there. She's born and raised in Kenya, so Uganda's not really her country. The Ugandans are kept stupid, Joby, on purpose. They're kept stupid and scared. So that's how you control a country. You keep Africans stupid and scared, and you give them a bunch of fake religion. Give them all that fake religion. They keep them dumb and scared. Remember, you're gonna get yours in heaven, Joby. It doesn't matter if you're poor in Uganda. You're waiting to die to get yours in heaven.
The boss of him saying at the age of 64 years, if you've never touched $1 million, he wonders what you're doing in this life. You've been in power for over 40 years.
For over 40 years, the country is fucked up. It's backward. It's impoverished. It was richer 60 years ago. This moron, this idiot, that's why he's there. He's a moron. Why the British kept him in power. Like Joby looked at the currency. The currency is worthless.
0.0000000.24.
That's how much he did in 40 years, Joby. He made it 0.00.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to Uganda to make no business. Sorry, I'm not going there.
Hell nah. Good luck with that.
I'd rather go to Tanzania. I'm okay, not going to Uganda. I'll see what 1 shilling of Kenyan is to Uganda. I bet it's a lot. It's a lot. I remember I had this Ugandan brother who was trying to, chase me, and then I made him hustle almost 5,000 Ugandan shillings, and that was only like 1,000 Kenyan shillings. I was like, hustle 5,000? That's a lot of money. You had to go on the way to this 5,000. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to like make you sweat, but yeah, I needed the money. So thank you. I really appreciate you. But yes, we have Tinubu saying that this is what Tinubu's news is all about. Then Tinubu has urged young Nigerians to engage directly with administration, emphasizing his openness to feedback and constructive dialogue. That is what they always tell us. And then when we actually want to have a dialogue, they
don't want it. Exactly.
They pulled tear gas on us. Speaking on Monday at the inauguration at the National Youth Congress Planning Committee at the State House in Abuja, Tinubu challenged the youth to voice their concern boldly, assuring them that his government remains committed to the aspirations. Indeed. Look at me, that is what he says. I quote, tell me whatever you think is wrong and the way you want it to be done. I mean, Nigeria, that was when we were having demonstration. The same people went and hit the streets. And they said again, stop police brutality, end corruption, and nepotism. That was their words, including even Ghanaians. End corruption, police brutality, and nepotism, and give us jobs. So what more you need to hear from the youth?
Well, they tell you it's the tribe. Nepotism is the tribalism shit that you do. Your countries don't work because you're tribal. It's ridiculous. You know, you think it's 2025 and you goofy niggas are still practicing tribalism. That's why the rest of the world don't respect you. You look stupid. You can't govern a country through nepotism. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, so they're also adding that the president remarks underscores his administration focus on youth inclusion in governance, aligning with his early Independence Day pledge to convene a 30-day national youth confab. And the conference aims to address key issues such as unemployment, which is very high. I was just checking the current rate of unemployment. They say that in the second
it's very high. But understand the outside forces of the Europeans and the Americans. Tinubu's a puppet. Dan Bahari was a puppet. They were installed by the CIA and MI6, the fake ass. See, the white people always come in your country. They don't want you because they're scared of African power. They put their puppets in and they steal your resources. So that's why I told you 10 years ago, Nigeria was already forecasted to be $1 trillion a year economy. They stopped, and Joby can put it up on Google. They won't, but who came and said, oh, hell no, these Africans are going to get too power. We must go and destabilize the country, still put our puppets in and stop it. See, any money that you bring back to Africa because you're the wealth of the world, it takes the wealth from them. So they're savages. They're going to do everything they can do to stop your growth, to destabilize your country. And when you say, why don't they feel anything? The robbing and the killing and the raping that enters your country. Boko Haram. We know what created by USAID. You think Buhari didn't know that? That's why they put his ass in power. That's why they couldn't get rid of him. Couldn't get rid of the damn Boko Harams raping and killing people over there.
That's why the same people could kidnap girls just where he was having a vacation. Make that make sense.
Exactly.
Having a vacation, we have schoolgirls being abducted. I mean, I'm a leader here. I'm the president. The security should be tight. Where I'm going should be very secure. I should not feel any sort of danger. But it's giving Trump, again, like I love saying, it's giving Trump staged assassination. You know, crazy.
Yeah. all these terrorist groups in Africa sponsored by white people, all of them. The funny thing about Michelle's husband from Sudan, this is funny. You have the one big Sudan, the white Arabs, or you love because you love your goofy religion. White Arabs don't like you niggas. So, but anyway, you ain't learned how to. So the Sudanese to realize that you want to be brothers in Islam and all that goofy shit. So they were trying to steal your country, tear it apart for the gold and the resources. So now you had Sudan have a civil war, which became South Sudan, right? So they split the country up. And now they're going to split it up again. You got South Sudan right now having another a civil war, and Sudan. So both countries that split up because of a civil war, now both smaller countries are now having another civil war because they want to split it up into 5 and 6 different pieces. So you got South Sudan having a civil war and Sudan having a civil war. Make it make sense. The reason why they broke up is because of a civil war. And now both independent countries now have another civil war because you Negroes are fucking stupid. That's why.
The U.S. is to blame for all this. The
U.S. and the white Arabs, and not just the U.S. The white Arabs are up into they're brothers with Allah, all that dumb Allah shit. Your brothers and sisters in Allah are also in there fucking them up. The white Arabs have always, I think Northern Africa is now, these white invaded Arabs. Africa wasn't white, didn't have white Arabs. Those people invaded with their fake Islam. So that's what you're dealing with. But they want to be brothers and sisters in Islam. And the other group of Negroes, South Sudan, want to brothers and sisters in Christianity. That's stolen all your wealth out your country. Go ahead, Joby.
As we speak about Sudan, actually we have Uganda, which has deployed its special forces to South Sudan, capital of Juba, and to help President Salva Kiir to secure it. Uganda's military chief, that is Muhoozi, the son of course, Museveni, who was giving us this information. And the move comes as a tension escalate between Kiir and his deputy, raising fears that their fragile peace deal could collapse. And
because another civil war within a country that became a country because of a civil war. Remember, Sudan was one country, like I said. Then you created South Sudan because of the civil war, sponsored by the Europeans and the damn white Arabs. So they split the country up, and now they're so backward and fucked up still in South Sudan. Now that country's only, what, 10, 15 years old? Now the South Sudanese are now can't get along, and now they having a civil war about to start. And you only got a civil war in the northern part of just regular Sudan again. Because you morons are tribal, you're backward, and your religion fuck you up. So you're easily manipulated.
It's worse because you can see now, I'd say this is African countries being turned against each other to clean.
Yeah, Joey's manipulation.
It's not us, because it's giving the same situation we saw. Kenyans being used to go to Haiti, but we've seen literally it's to go to the US mess. We're not supposed to be there. The Haitians warned us. The Haitians cried and demonstrated, asking Ruto not to deploy the troops there. This is the same situation we see now. Ugandans are being used to go to Sudan. We maintain what?
Exactly.
Maintain which military skill? Which we in Uganda? Excuse me. Give me even Kenya at least. I'll even use Kenya or maybe some other country.
They're going to maintain what the white man put there is a dictatorship, Joe. Sudan is poor. You showed Sudan about 2 years ago when everybody's running around wearing gloves for shoes because they're not there to help anybody. You got Africans running around with gloves on their feet, Toby. That just showed impoverished in a rich country as South Sudan with all the oil riches because these Negroes could not manage countries. They put them because that's the old Negro that was peeing on his goddamn self. And then got mad because somebody reported about him pissing his pants. He's not supposed to be leading any country. This moron's supposed to be retired somewhere, sucking his own ass. He's an idiot. He's a moron. That's why he's there.
We have him. We have the Cameroon president who's old, doesn't even know any.
Yeah, what's the run again? He's like 90, 98. Well, he's talking about, I'm running again for president. He's running for what? They put him in there, the Cameroon's fucked up backwards. All these African countries are fucked up and backwards because of these puppets. And so you at a point now, even to Ray, you're not going to be able to kill him. Sorry, guys. You're going to see an African nation come up. This dude is building everything. It's mind-blowing because the wealth of the world is Africa. He's built a damn phone factory. He built everything. So within 5 years, you're not going to be able to suppress it if you're going to try to do your propaganda and not show Burkina Faso in any of your countries. That's not going to work because the African has one collective consciousness. See, you're going to try to stop what's going on in Burkina Faso. It's not going to stop it because the Africans have one collective consciousness. Like I told you about the 100 monkey test. Once you get past a certain threshold, it doesn't matter. The downloads come from God. And you're going to have an African awakening, and you puppets are going to get this work. It's going to happen in the next 20, I'm telling you, within 20 years, starting up with Kenya, you puppets are going to be wiped out of office. You're not going to be able to sustain yourself. They're not going to be able to.
I think ours is not going to wait 10 years. I think it's going to be.
No, yours not going to wait no 10 years. No, yours happening now.
Yeah, yours is gonna be in 2027. Because man, I love when I interact with people again outside because it makes me understand the mindset of where if people understand in politics and people are like, nah. I've met like a couple of friends and they're like, nah, we the youths, we're not accepting this. We the youths, we not accept this guy to come for a second term. So of course people really want change super bad. But as we speak of change, we have in DRC Congo, which is offering $5 million bounties. And of course, this is for the capture of the rebels. I mean, make it that is a joke. The joke of the day. I mean, the joke of the day. The Democratic Republic of Congo government has offered a reward of $5 million for
And
helping arrest three
and
leaders of the rebel. Make that make
and,
sense. And
and
this
African leaders, once you get Africa would never be free until you get the Congo back. That's what all the still the Europeans doing, the Asians are doing. Did you get control of the Congo? Africa would never be free. You must get control of the Congo, and that's why you must unite, because those Congolese assets propel Africa into the stratosphere. You must get control of that. So that's coming, because I told you, Europe is collapsing as we speak. Europe economy is collapsing. That's why the Europeans are forming this war with Russia, because their economies are collapsing. And you won't put your boots on the ground in Africa, you'll get wiped out. It's not enough for you no more. You'll get your Europeans, some of you gonna come back and recolonize Africa. I dare you. I double dare you to bring that ass back into Africa. You'll be wiped out. Okay? And you know that. You'll be wiped out. That's why I told you why Putin was coming up Africa. Putin, Russia doesn't need any resources from Africa. They need the bodies. They need the people to help fight for them. They need African men. That's what they there for, because these populations in Europe are small. There's only 100 million Russians. That ain't shit. You got less Russians than you got Nigerians. You got that? That they coming for help us fight the other Europeans. Like I told you. That's why Francis said, okay, France, let me say this real quick for you. France said, if America don't fight, so what? We'll all fight Russia. We'll fight them, and they'll lose. Because they got to fight, because their economies are imploding. Because Europe doesn't make shit. It doesn't have shit. No resources in that continent. That's why they left 500 years ago. They were broke, backwards, fucked up, and starving. It was the African that educate them, show them how to build ships, and every cycle comes to an end. And they're kicking and screaming because it's the end of the European cycle. You're going to be put back in poverty. Go ahead, Joby.
I was saying the number would even be bigger if they didn't come up with the family planning, all the sterilizations and all that. Africa, we know that women literally can give birth 10 to 20 kids,
10 to 12 kids, exactly, because you're the original. They get mad because you are the original. That's why you give up all these births, because the African woman is directly from God. She is the original. Every DNA shows that. That's why she gives birth more better than anybody on the planet. These are facts. So you try to hate African people and African women, but she is the direct reflection of God. That's why her genetics are superior to anybody on the planet. That's a scientific fact. So give me your racism with that. That's a fact. So you're not going to be able to wipe out no Africans because they give birth. And they're the number one baby. You can go to Google. Who the number one baby makers on the planet? The African woman. Always has been, always will be. So make it make sense about your white fake God and your white fake Allah. The African woman. Nothing to do with your fake Adam and Eve, with your goofy Quran and your goofy Bible. The African woman was here first, and she is the most superior genetics on the planet. See, that's a scientific fact. So it fucks up all your fake books, your fake Allah, your fake Christianity. That's a fact. That's a fact. Sorry. So she's always going to give more first. Sorry.
Anyway,
African will dominate African will dominate this planet again because that's the natural order of things. And if you're alive, you're gonna live to find out. Go ahead, Joe.
As we get closer to winding up the next video, the last video of the day, I want to share, of course, as we have the US literally came out. As you can see, we have Congo giving out 5 million for the arresting of the 3 M23 leaders. And that's what I'm saying. That's really a big joke because they know what they're doing. These funds can actually be used in different ways of, maybe strengthening the military, strengthening maybe a lot of things in the country, but
that's a joke. That's a joke because that's a joke because they know the Americans are funding the M23 rebels. The Americans.
Of course. So we need even question. I question personally, where do you get 5 million to actually reward people to arrest the M23 rebels while you don't have funds, to create proper hospitals, to stop this war again, to create a strong military base, like other bigger weapons than the ones the M23 rebels have? Can you purchase maybe advanced weapons so we can get rid of these people? No, you're gonna give a reward to some poor ass Negro somewhere who is in need. And of course, it's all a joke. It's so crazy. And then on this other end, we also have the US urging respect for DRC Congo sovereignty, as if US itself has sovereignty, as if US itself plays along with democracy.
Yeah, it's a lie. Yeah, they don't want any Africans to have sovereignty because Africa is the wealth of the planet. So that's what you see. So you see the Europeans. This is the end of their dying system. Europeans are going into irrelevance. This is happening. Everybody see all the racism and kicking and screaming. It don't make no difference. You're going to be put back in the box. Europe is dying financially. And that's the normal order of things. Things are cyclical. Europe is dying. Whoop, you're going under. And you will not rise again. Okay? You're going under. The European powers, England, France, Germany, they're all broke. They're all broke. But they need to go back into Africa because they get some more wealth there. But they can't do that because they know they'll get destroyed. So they're going to go to Russia because Russia doesn't have a big population. I told you what this is about. That's why you got them fomenting open war against Russia. We got to go to Russia. Because Russia is worth at least $75 trillion. They said, we got to go get Russia. We got to get Russia to get the money, to get the resources, and that'll put us back on top. Because they know,
It's crazy. We just see news coming in here. It's just crazy. Continue, Keith. This is just a joke in our country, man. Hey.
So, what did you see, Joby? What happened?
Continue. I'll explain it.
Okay, yeah. So that's what these wars about. So they need Russia to prop up their economy. They want to go into Russia. They think they're going to win, and not. They say, well, we'll just do we won't use nuclear bombs because we all died. So we just use general mechanism war and sustain it and then defeat Russia because they feel they can. The whole thing was to break up Russia, go into Russia, break it up, and steal Russia's resources. Okay, let's see. And Russia doesn't have a lot of people. Russia as a country is not a big population. So I kept telling people they don't need. That's why Russia never needed African resources. They needed its people, its men to help fight the other Europeans from invading. That's why I told you what they were doing with Africa. They needed African men. That's why you see them now say we need African men to come join the Russian military. They don't need African resources. They got their own shit. Russia's rich in resources. And so the Europeans want that. That's why they tell me, well, fuck America. If America won't fight it, we'll fight. We'll fight. So you got the Europeans, so they'll fight. Because Europe is on the verge of collapse economically. It doesn't have anything. And they shipped everything to China. China's got all the innovation now. And you're not going to get that back. See, China has jumped from copying. See, the thing with China, they copied everything. China don't copy no more. China learned And now China's innovating. So you're not going to get that back. So where do you go? See, you Europeans have ruled the planet for 400 years. Your time is coming to an end. That's how it works. That's how it works. I told you, put any military, white military in Africa, you'll get wiped the fuck out. You don't got the numbers, and you know that. That's why you talking about Russia. Russia's a stronger military than Africa, but you know Russia don't have the numbers. So you want a war of attrition. You want a war to last 10 to 15 years so you can slaughter the Russians off. So you want to last long so you get a bunch of killing, and then you think you'll get the country. In Africa, you know you'll get wiped out. You don't got the numbers. Like I said, you got more people in the African village than all of Russia. In Nigeria, in one Nigerian village, they got more people in Lagos than they got all in Russia. So they need those African numbers because African women make a lot of babies. That's why that's about. That's why you came to what? Sterilize African women. African women reproduce over and over again. They are a baby manufacturer. And none of you other people are. Go ahead, Joe. You got it.
All right. So Shratike Williams in the building. Karibu Sana. Hope you're doing amazing. Hope you are having a wonderful week so far. My name is Joby. I don't know who's speaking.
And shout out to Jibba Jab. I'm going to say this. All you pretending Negroes, I'm going to give you some biology. All you pretendings on TikTok, I'm never on YouTube. I'm only on TikTok. All you pretending Negroes say you're not African. Okay. I'm going to help you out, help you with something biologically, you morons. The majority of African Americans have something called sickle cell trait. I never brought this up. I'm going to bring this up now because I'd like to help you dummies out. You morons. Sickle cell trait comes from Africa because Africa is mostly what? Tropical. So if you was an Indian in Virginia, you said, in up there in New York, and the Midwest, you said you was the Blackfoot, and you was those are cold climates. So you wouldn't have sickle cell trait. Sickle cell trait is for people that come from Africa because of tropical weather. And the majority of African Americans have sickle cell trait. Taking you right back to Africa, you morons. Because you wouldn't have sickle cell trait if you were originally from Virginia or Wisconsin. You was an Indian in California or fucking Washington State and all this other crazy shit you're saying. Because those are not tropical climates. What's up? Just real quick, moment, Joe, real quick. Say, ask Gook, say, what is the percentage of sickle cell trait in African Americans? This for the dumb kids in the cheap seats. This for you morons who ain't never been outside your city. Most of you Negroes are broke, poor, and fucked up. You ain't even been outside your own, let alone your state. Most of you Negroes ain't left your own state, let alone your own city. You ain't never been outside your state.
Hold the question again. What's the percentage of the
yeah, what is the percentage of sickle cell trait in African Americans?
Oh, okay.
See, this is African. See, you morons don't know about. I'll break things down biologically. That fucks up all the fake history, all your fake talking points. I go to your biology, like I did with Joby in that milk. Go ahead. What is it?
They're saying about 8% of African American have
80%. 80%. So 80%. Huh?
8%, not 80.
It's more. Nah, it's got to be about 80, 78 or 80%. Sickle cell trait, Joby. Sickle cell trait.
Yeah, 8%. They're saying 8%.
Nah, it's higher than that. It's like 80%, 90%. Majority of African Americans got sickle cell trait. So I'll look it up myself and show you guys later. It ain't no 8%. It's like 85% of us have sickle cell. Not sickle cell, Joby. Sickle cell trait.
Yeah, sickle cell trait. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah.
So anyway, it's more than that. I don't know what that sounds like African Google fucking up. But sickle cell trait is like 78 to 80% African American. So that puts you right back in Africa, morons. Every time you try to escape Africa, I don't deal with your fake history. I do biology. See, biology breaks all that fake shit down. But go ahead, Joe, you got it.
Yeah, so wind up.
Al-Qaeda has always been our proxy force
Exactly.
on the ground.
Al-Qaeda.
They, together with ISIS, have carried out the mission of the United States, together with a great number of affiliates that really are kind of interchangeable.
Joe, I told you guys 10 years ago that all these fake terrorist groups, me being in the military, I told you. And I keep your crowds. All these terrorist groups are created by the CIA and the Mossad. The cats with the hats, because they own the banks and they are the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. They create this terrorism shit to steal resources and steal countries. I told you that. And I'm now being venerated again now, 10, 15 years later. I told you, how are these terrorists getting all this money? They don't got no job. They don't own no businesses. How they got money to do all this shit they do and buy all these weapons? This is them, America, the CIA doing it. Go ahead, Joe. Got his Marine Corps flag. Shout out to Marine Corps. I was in that racist ass shit.
Always been our proxy force on the ground.
Exactly.
They, together with ISIS, have carried out the mission of the United States. The war began in 2011 when the United States landed Central Intelligence operatives to begin coordinating with Al-Qaeda and other terrorist groups. And we have been unwavering supporters of Al-Qaeda since before the war formally began. We are supporters of Al-Qaeda today, where they're bottled up in Idlib province. The CIA supplied them under secret Operation Timber Sycamore. We gave them all of their
Started by Obama. Started by Obama, puppet ass. Remember, Obama started that. That's his puppet. And how you know this motherfucker was a puppet? Obama's a puppet, dummies. Timber Sycamore started under Obama. I told you, you got morons on the train in fucking England, Joe Show. Hey, Obama, he's Lou. Shut your stupid ass up.
I saw that video during the weekend again. I was just laughing.
You fucking moron. Shut up, dummy.
I'm Lou.
This puppet has been the most anti-African individual ever. He's white. Dummy comes out of white coochie, you moron. He's more white than any Lou. Have you ever had an ounce of Lou blood in his hands? Comes out of a white coochie, you fucking moron. Shut up.
Be nice.
So, oh yeah, I gotta be nice. That's right. So yeah, I keep forgetting that. We're gonna be back on YouTube. Understanding that Timber Sycamore, what he's saying is true, but Obama's just a puppet. He's told by the cats with the small hats to do this because all these wars benefit them in the Greater Israel Project. And so what you see is those same Al Qaeda forces are the ones that's running around the Sahel that Ibn Traoré is fighting, Mali's fighting, and Niger's fighting. These are the same terrorist groups coming out of Libya when they overthrew Gaddafi with this terrorist group. So they just went down and started fighting Mali, because underneath Libya you got Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. So these are the same people that have been funded. And talking about they fighting these terrorist groups, and it's been the white man, the CIA, that's been funding all this wicked shit. Go ahead, Joe.
Anti-air missiles. And Al-Qaeda has always been our proxy force on the ground. They, together with ISIS, have carried out the mission of the United States, together with a great number of affiliates that really are kind of interchangeable. You have the Free Syrian Army. Soldiers move from ISIS to Al-Qaeda to Free Syrian Army.
Now, what they doing in Syria is so wicked. They sponsored the terrorists. Now, those terrorists got control. Remember, Israel got half the country. Only funny, it's supposed to be against Israel. That's fake shit. Israel got half the Syria. And I told you, They broke down, Syria's now broken up. Turkey, who really had it years ago, out of the Turkish Empire, they got the northern part. The Israelis got, the Jews got the bottom half part. And the middle part, the terrorists got, who controlled by America. Now they're killing innocent men, women, and children. They're going door to door, chopping off heads, door to door, door to door. And everybody knows this. It's happening right now in Syria. They're going door to door, killing people. The terrorists are that they put in power, that they gave control to Syria. They're going door to door, killing people. If you're a Christian in the country, they're killing your ass. If you're a Shia Muslim, they're killing your ass. They're killing the Christians and they're killing the Shia. Because remember, you got Sunni Muslims and Shia Muslims. So they're killing all the Shia. Because Assad was a Shia Muslim. They're killing all of them. Door to door, it's a massacre. And Joby can look this up. After they say, is there a massacre in Syria? Yeah. They say, oh, we don't know what's going on. There are indiscriminate deaths because they did it. You got massacres down Syria. Massacres. That's what I told you, you're dealing with a non-human being. They're now killing anybody door to door, chopping out people's heads and shit. If you're a Christian or a Sunni or a Shia Muslim, they are murdering you. A Shia Muslim and a Christian Muslim, they're murdering your ass.
Article says hundreds masqueraded in Syria, casting doubts. Hundreds masquerade in Syria, casting doubts.
Yeah.
New government ability to rule. They say more than 1,000 people.
The new government to rule, the terrorists, they're massacring people, Joby, door to door.
More than 1,000 people, mostly Alawite, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Alawite, those are Alawite Christians and the Alawite Shia. Alawite Shias and the Alawite Christians are being massacred. They just stop to the door and kill them. Go ahead, Joby. Yeah.
Have been killed by security forces in just a few days, throwing into question the ability of Syrian new government to maintain peace in a country still suffering the effects of more than a decade of civil unrest. Yeah, so that's what's happening. That
they caused, Joby. Like the man is telling you. He's saying about shit. They caused that, Joby. They caused the country because they wanted to split it up, and now what is being split up? Like he's telling you right now, we put the people in Syria, like he's just saying, and now they got control of the country, and now they're killing everybody, Joe. The terrorists that they put in power, because now the country's split up in four parts, really, 4 different parts. The parts that they gave the terrorists, they're committing massacres, Joe. Just walking and shooting people in their head, Joby. If you open it, they're walking around shooting people in their head, Joby.
I don't want to see them on TikTok. I know what you're about to tell me. I'm not going to watch them. But let me share with you.
And so we started that war, but the United States has a strategic policy of using proxies to engage in war. And our objective was overthrow the legitimate government of Syria.
Of Syria. Hold over.
In order to do that, we employed proxy soldiers who were the most vile of all terrorists.
So Syria was a democracy. So they wanted to overthrow a democracy. They don't believe in democracy. They wanted to overthrow the democracy. He's telling you, the duly elected government, we wanted to overthrow their ass. Because Israel wanted part of that land and Turkey wanted the other part. And we also wanted to steal the oil out of there. Go ahead, Joe.
Soldiers who were the most vile of all terrorists. Something very similar is happening right now in Ukraine.
We have it. That has been our candid speech.
Yeah, so that's the video. Couldn't find the full video of it, but that's basically, of course, them admitting openly they have been funding wars all across the globe using people's taxes.
All across the globe, Joby.
Using the so-called NGOs and all that, but it's all about what they benefit the most. Could be land, could be resources.
Land, the resources, the land and the resources, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
The land and the that's all. Every war is what I showed you Smedley Butler talk about. War is a racket. It's never about any peace or any justice. It's about stealing people's resources, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
War is a racket. It's fake. So they tease it. Oh, we're going to fight against the terrorists, even though they're the ones create the terrorists. Oh, we're going to fight the injustice, even though they create the injustice. It's all a scam so they can steal people's resources.
Yeah, it's crazy. But basically, that's where we're coming to the end of today's conversation. This has been today's episode with me, your host, JOBY. To everyone who's with us for the first time on YouTube, Beetroot Rumble, shout out to you. Kindly follow us on that amazing stream. We have much more of this conversation coming every single day.
Yeah, we're almost up to 1,000 followers on Rumble.
Yeah, we see our numbers are going up on Rumble. Our viewership is also going high. Shout out to all the Beetroot people full of racism, always leaving comments but never subscribing, but we still like you.
And never gonna subscribe. They love to be racist, but we still love you. We still love you.
It's
and you're going back into poverty.
They're full of engagement, leaving comments and all that, but never subscribe. But I hope you guys.
Nah, they're gonna go subscribe. They want us to grow. They want the channel to grow. They want to bring their hatred, Joby. I love it. I love those BitChute comments. Love them.
We're full of love here. That is all we spread. Sorry if you feel attacked. We just bring facts. That is why this is the Black Hot Fire Network. You get the fire. If you can't handle it, I'm sorry. Go cool yourself down somewhere else. But 53 minutes past the top of the hour, we're coming to the end of today's conversation. See you guys, of course, same time, same place tomorrow. But of course, for me, it doesn't end there. See you guys later on the reaction time.
Much love and respect to everybody on BitChute. We love you. We still love you, even though you're racist and we had to teach you how to wash your ass. That was out of love. We taught you to wash your funky booties because we love you. We love you, but we're not gonna let you. We're not going to let you dominate us no more. Them days is over. But we love you.
Exactly. Man, it's all love. So I hope you receive it. But peace and love to everyone. First with us on today's chat. Shout out to Sister Michelle, K. Williams, all the silent listeners. Those who shall be catching this on a replay. Hope you guys get to enjoy. A good day to you too, K. Williams. Thank you for, of course, catching up with today's episode.
What's up, K? K. Williams and Michelle. How you guys doing?
Yeah, and to those who on a replay, hope you guys enjoy. I've realized actually most of the people do catch the shows on a replay, and I love that. I'm glad you guys catch up and see what conversations we've had, what's trending in Africa, and how we can bring solutions despite our puppets who are full of balloon stomachs. But much love. See you guys later on. Have yourselves a
They full of balloon stomachs, so they're not as gorgeous as Joby. But Shimani says she likes the Mbabas with the balloon stomach.
Mbaba if he doesn't have a balloon stomach, trust me. He's no longer Mbaba. Like, why are you coming in skinny? You got money? I'll be like Museveni. You're 64 years old and you don't have $1 million. That doesn't make you a Mbaba. Some money, baby.
Man, we're gonna talk about that tonight on tonight's show. We're gonna talk about